Sam, I don't drink much alcohol. Much either, only rarely, so that's good as well. Right, guys, we're going to kick off with hydration. So most of you, as you know, we need to be hydrated to function. And basically, we can't survive more than a few days, and our body needs water. I'm going to put it out there with you. The human body is made up of what percentage of water? So you know I like to do a little bit of interaction when I do lives. What percentage, approximately, is your body made up of water? Anyone? Come on. Take a guess, guys. So we need water to function. We're going to talk about in a minute, but what percentage do we need? What percentage is your body made up of? Let me know. Come on. I'll have to tell you, but 80, good guess, Nick. A little bit lower than that. A little bit lower than that. Claire, we're going to come on to drinking water. I'm going to be covering that, so stay on this live if you can. 80, a little bit lower than 80. Nicola and Sam have both said 80%. It's a little bit lower than that. 60, yeah, it's around about 60. Thanks, Coach Tash. Thank you. It's 60% our body is made up of water. Claire helped judge yesterday. I've just come out of an injury. Excellent, that's really lovely. 60%, Deb. I know it's a little bit behind on the comments. So, ladies, putting it out there. What does our body need water for? What does our body need water for? So we know it's made up of 60%, but what does our body need it for? There's lots, so start putting them out there for me. So it needs it for digestion, for the bowels to function. That's a really, really important part of it. We need water for that. Anything else? I've got lots, but I want your interaction and your input, ladies. So digestion and bowel function. We need water for. Anything else? What else does it benefit us? What else is it required for? Also, another really important one is flushing out wastes, the toxins out of your body. That's another good one. Sam, skin organs, hair, everything, digestion, brilliant. We said the bowels, we said digestion. Come on, give me a couple more. We also need it for body temperature, to regulate our body temperature. That's really, yes, Dev, we said it at the same time. You probably said it before me. Tashi's going to keep quiet because she knows probably a lot of them. Yep, skin and hair. That's really good. It's a need for our joints. It maintains our blood volume. Brilliant, yep. Wakes up the organs in the morning, Sam. Cass, skin. Excellent. Circulation is another really good one. Anybody got anything else? Brilliant, Sam. Yeah, wakes you up in the morning. Wakes the organs up. It also helps to keep you full. If you're drinking water regularly, it helps to keep you feeling full, to deter you from sort of picking. I find that's a good one. Obviously, we touched on skin. It helps to increase the metabolism as well. Brilliant, to be alert, Nick. Brilliant, Nicola P. Anything else? Do you find that you're more alert when you're drinking more water? It should relieve fatigue. If you're drinking and staying hydrated, that should help. Feeling full, Nick? Brilliant, we just said that. That's excellent. Helps if you've got a headache, a migraine. I know certain migraines it doesn't, but keeping yourself hydrated really helps. Mind function, yeah, excellent. Hello, Deepa. Good evening. Hope you're well. We're talking hydration first of all, and then we're going to move on to caffeine and then alcohol. I know lots of ladies want to go through that today, so we're touching on that. Any other ones? Anything else you think water is good for, benefit of, or is required within our body? Mind function, yeah, brain function. Yes, it does make you pee way too much. Your body needs to get used to it. So, yes, definitely. Really, really good. Lots of laughs there. And going on the opposite, we're going to talk about to say hydrated, but how do we feel when we're dehydrated? You usually feel crap, lethargic, maybe a little bit foggy, maybe a bit aggy or irritable. So by the time you probably get those feelings, it's probably been a long time. So we can't just rely on our thirst alone to tell us if we're dehydrated. So basically, we need to stay well hydrated for the body to function and us to be proactive in everyday life, basically. Anybody got any questions so far? I've got my notes. I've got notes from previous ones I've done, a little bit of research I've done, and we have got a booklet, a handout on PDF as well. Brilliant, Sam. Yep, sluggish and a headache if you're dehydrated, sleepy, irritable. Brilliant. Give me some other consequences of being dehydrated. What happens? You think you're hungry. You might well pig out. Sleepy, irritable, sluggish, headache. Brilliant. Mentally, again, we talked about mentally, staying hydrated makes you think better, work better, mind better. But so when you're dehydrated, you might get a little bit of brain fog. You might also get a little bit of water retention, stress. Lovely one, Nicola, dry skin. Yep, definitely. You don't perform so well in everyday tasks, whether it's work, whether it's your ab fab or training outside, your exercise performance is actually reduced. So it's really important to stay hydrated. Hi Shanice, hope you're well. We're just covering hydration at the moment. You can watch the first bit back on catch up. We're just talking about dehydration. Constipation, Jennifer, really good one. Yep, side effect, consequence of being dehydrated, constipated. Claire, sensitive skin, lovely. Ladies, how much water, we're not talking about alcohol yet, water should we be drinking again? A ballpark, the starting figure. Come on, let's put it out there. Says she as she's drinking hers. How much water should the average person drink a day? This is not taking into account your body weight or your activity levels. This is just a ballpark. Hello, Eleanor. Hope you're well. 2 litres, perfect. Right on, Nicola. Yep, 2 litres of water you should be drinking a day. So it doesn't take into account your activity or your body weight. That's just a ballpark. Obviously, these measurements will depend on how much you weigh. As we said, someone that's active, someone that's less active, okay? You can also lose up to 1 litre of water through sweating and exercise. I think most of you know that. And when it's very, very hot, when you're on holiday, you're in extreme heat. Yep, Sam, you do drink 3 to 4 and your body's used to that, and you exercise and keep yourself active, so brilliant. So the guideline for active individuals is to consume 1 litre of water for every 25 kilos of body weight. That's just a ballpark. 2 litres. Hello, Mr. Alderson. Good evening. Hi, Laura. Hope you're well and recovered and your legs are all right from Thursday's class and the ab fit off. So, guys, we've talked about how much we need. How can we drink more water? What are easy wins for us to get this water on board? Come at me with your comments, guys. So I say, and we talked about it just now, start your day with some water. You might wake up feeling sluggish. Glass of water in the morning helps. Anyone else? I've got lots of tips for drinking more water. I'd like you to interact if you can. You'd be up all night if you drank 4 litres of water a day. This is what we got in our facts mark. Anyone else? Anyone got any tips of how they get their 2 litres or whatever they require in daily? You're already up half the night, Mark. Okay. Herbal teas. Yep, lovely. Some of the herbal teas are really good. Some natural herbs as well, and lemons and limes, mint, ginger, giving it some flavour. That really, really helps. Yes, Nicola. Bottles which measure your drink. My new AbFab bottle hasn't got the measurements on it, but you do see ones with the measurements, and that gives you a little gauge to think, yep, I need to drink more. Sam, I've been drinking 2 litres for years, but since the gym, yep, with exercise, it's upped. Keep the bottle with you, yeah? Take it to work, take it to the gym. When I go out walking, I take my water bottle. Yep, through veggies and fruits. That's really good. I say that eat high water content for foods, as Tash says. So stews, soups. In the winter, I know we're coming into spring. Fruits, green and herbal teas are really, really good. Be careful of some of the teas that are high in sugar. So just have a little look at that. Lemon or fruit infused tea. Nick, soup, brilliant. Yep, we just touched on that. Hi, Joe. Good evening. Sam, I have a pint of water with every meal, also in the morning, as I don't drink caffeine, so I have water instead. Claire, big glass with ice and lemon. Yeah, we talked about infusions. Some people like fizzy water. I know Jane just likes the plain fizzy water with sometimes some fruit in, lemons and limes, so that's good. Really, really good. Also, drinking a glass of water before you eat will help you feel fuller. That's always a good one. A really good one. Anyone got anything else? Come on, ladies. Again, as we said just now, have water with you every day. Everywhere you go. If you go to the shops, work, home, bag, gym bag. Really, really important. Track your progress. I know Fitbit, and there are some water apps if you're struggling. That really helps. Nick, sparkling water with lemon is great. Yep, really good. So these are some helpful tips to help you take on board more water. Drinking Pellegrino, so the fizzy water with pomegranate seeds added. Oh, that's a nice one. It's different, Tash. Sam, at the gym, I drink a whole AbFab water bottle. Sometimes have to refill it. Perfect. In the car on the way to work. Yes, fizzy water is still hydrating. Be careful of the ones that are flavoured, of the sugar content and the ingredients. But if you flavour it with fresh lemons or limes or ginger or anything, that's really good. Love a Pellegrino. Yep. Keely, how many AbFab bottles equals 2 litres a day? My new one hasn't got the measurements on it. I usually have 3 to 4 of these a day. I don't know the ladies with the older style has. Mark, can you help out there? I think it's probably 2 or 3. I will come back to you on that, Kaylee. Just over 2. Deb, just over 2 of these is 2 litres. Perfect. Deb didn't think of pomegranate. Sounds good. We're all going to be getting the pomegranate instead of just lemons and limes to help, so that's good. 2.5 bottles. Sam takes the water bottle out everywhere she goes. Yep, the new ones are 800 mils. Thanks, Debs. Probably 5 measure bottle. That bottle is 750. Thanks, Jane. Good evening. So, anybody got any other tips on how they can drink more water? I think we've covered everything, but if anyone else has got anything, please feel free to add. Hi, Jane. Hi, Michelle. A lot of ladies have been saying about the fizzy water. I said the plain water, and obviously to be careful of sugar content in some of the flavoured waters. So, fresh lemons and limes, and the ladies have said pomegranate, which a lot of us haven't tried, so we'll have a little look at that. Fresh mint's always good. Ginger's always good as well, I think. Ladies, we talked about just now, and I forgot about it, I'm coming back to it, about dehydration. A good indicator whether you're hydrated or dehydrated are the P charts. I've got it, I've pulled one from the NHS website. I don't know how well you can see it. You want your wee to be a lighter straw colour, you don't want it to be a dark. You want it almost clear to a light, you don't want it to be down here. Okay? So a P chart's always good. We did used to have these up in the toilets at Thornwood. I don't know if we've got them up anymore, but the NHS and lots of places have got these Are You Drinking Enough? And the colours, so that's always really, really good as well. Just having a look at your pee and seeing if you're hydrated or dehydrated, but some of the other things we talked about will also help. Nicola Payne, frozen berries are nice in water. Oh, I didn't think of that. I sometimes like raspberries. Blueberries I sometimes put with fizzy water in the summer and a bit of ice, and it seems like you've got like a alcoholic drink or something. It just looks a bit nicer, tastes a bit nicer. Does the fizzy still leak calcium like Coke? I'm not sure. I will come back to you on that one. Not sure. But if you've got plain water, definitely that's fine to drink. You just have to be careful of the ingredients in some of the other waters, the flavoured waters that I've just said. Claire, I always buy fizzy in glass bottles as I don't like the plastic bottles. Yep, I'm going to talk a touch on the plastic bottles and stuff in a little while later. That's fine, glass, and the glass can be recycled too. That's really, really good. Really, really good. Anybody got anything else on water and hydration before we move on? We're going to talk caffeine next. Tea and coffee. Anybody got anything? Not sure. Right, ladies. So, tea and coffee. Does this count towards your hydration, your water intake? Yes and no. I think this has come up a few times about tea and coffee. So most of you know, tea and coffee contains caffeine, which acts like a diuretic. So diuretic means it dehydrates you almost and has the opposite effect of hydration. So obviously, strong coffee is going to contain a lot more caffeine than green tea. So just have a little think about that, basically. Hello, Caroline. Hope you're well. The more caffeine you drink, the less the water in it contributes. So if you can, give yourself a larger water target to aim for daily and don't count the tea and coffee. I don't include tea and coffee in my daily hydration. I focus on my water, my normal water, because I like it, and I sometimes have fizzy water. That's what I focus on, my 2 litres or above, and I don't include tea and coffee. I don't know about the rest of you. Eleanor, I count it if it's decaf, not if it's caffeinated. Yep, brilliant. Really good. Also, caffeine does disrupt your sleep. So ladies that do have problems with sleeping, could it be to do with the amount of tea and coffee you have? It might well do. So caffeine has a 5.7 hour half-life. So if someone has 3 cups and stops at lunchtime, there could be caffeine left in the bloodstream at midnight. So that's something to think about, basically. Anybody got anything else on caffeine before we move on to alcohol, which I know you ladies are all really excited to talk about, but I don't know if all the ladies that are on that had the funny, stupid questions to me earlier about tequila time, etc., etc. Yep, brilliant, Sam. Yep, caffeine can irritate the bladder. So there are positives and negatives on caffeine. I have coffee, probably mostly in the morning, try not to have it in the afternoon. Still drink water throughout the day, and I may have a cup of tea in the afternoon, and that's it. I keep myself hydrated with the water. Oh, Tash, she's good on the caffeine. Blocks the endocrine receptors. You're going to have to tell me more about that after. I'm going to do a little bit more research on caffeine. Hi, Coach Lena. Hope you are well. Nice to see you on. So, we're going to talk about alcohol now, ladies. The all-important alcohol. So, I know some of us do like to have a drink, and we don't want to spoil anyone's party or their nights out, but we're going to look at how it relates to our health and our fitness. think Nicola's asking a girl as well what the receptors are. Come on, Tash, give us a little bit on it, or come back to us at the end about that. That'll be interesting. But ladies, alcohol. What does alcohol do to the body, apart from the obvious? Anyone? Gives you heart palpitations. Is that related? I don't know if you're relating to the alcohol, Deb, or the caffeine. I think she's relating to the caffeine, I think. Yes, she is. I've just seen it come up. It's a little bit slower than mine. Ladies, as we know, alcohol disrupts our sleep. Do we know how much the alcohol, so how many calories per gram alcohol is? Come on, if we know that carbs and protein are 4 grams, what is alcohol? And it's surprising how many calories are in certain types of alcohol, which we're going to go through. Yes, Sam, sleep disruption, and it's a depressant. Brilliant. Cassie, I got them after about 10 espresso martinis. Yes, and Red Bull as well, the palpitations. Anybody got anything else about alcohol, the side effects of alcohol, before I start going through more of them? Nick Payne, dehydrates, makes me fall asleep. However, I wake up a few hours later and cannot get back to sleep. Yep. Deb, yes. 7 calories, 7. Yes, you got it. Magic 7. Brilliant. So I always say it's dead calories. That's probably not the right thing to say, but alcohol is dead calories. And it's surprising how many calories are in different types of alcohol, which we will come on. As well, a lot of alcohol contains sugar. Many contain a lot of sugar. So that's another important factor. Sam, alcohol makes you do stupid things. Yes. Good tip I have, and people do laugh. I was at a friend's party a couple of weeks ago. I take my AbFab water bottle with me filled up, and I drink my water between my Prosecco or my glass of wine or whatever I drink. I think that's a really good idea. So if you can drink water between alcoholic drinks, that is good. Anybody got anything else about alcohol? I'm going to carry on reeling them off. That's it. Deb, 7 calories per gram, not 7 grams. You always want to eat as well before drinking to get a slower release of alcohol into the bloodstream. Sam, makes your heart race higher, so even though you're asleep, it's not a restful sleep. Yeah, as we said, it does disrupt your sleep. Definitely. Anybody got anything else? Another good one that relates to alcohol and food. What do we tend to do when we had a few drinks? We eat crap. As Sam said, you said crap and I said crap. Yeah, it can lead to bad food choices with food and just other things in general, yeah? So if you can, eat before drinking, make the right choices, or even allocate your calories, that's even better. Alcohol make you choose bad foods, yeah, brilliant. Cass, gives you migraines, yep. Might do that as well. Continue your water intake if you are having a drink. Deb, kebabs, love it. Love it. Anybody got anything else on alcohol? Obviously, we want to drink responsibly. That's the main thing. But yeah, there are lots of calories in it. Sam eats pizza once she's had a drink. Pizza. All the girls continuing to eat the crap the following day, yeah, because you feel bad. Probably a little bit dehydrated as well, ladies. So that's why it's important to have the water as well. But definitely your better choices for if you are having a drink, ladies. Give me some better choices. I'm going to go through some calories in a minute, but give me some better alcohol choices if you were drinking. We have talked about it before because I have done a couple of lives on alcohol and sugar before. What is a better alcohol choice? Thinking of the calories. Vodka, gin, yep. White spirits, definitely. Good nick. And with a diet or a sugar-free mixer, definitely. Definitely less calories. Cass foods are usually high in salt, so dehydrate you even more. Yep, so if you're drinking, you're making those bad choices. Usually crisps, pizza, things like that, junk foods. Going to dehydrate you even more, so it's a bit of a vicious circle. Sam, the migraines are why I don't drink very often. Oh, Sam. Red wine for health, not for calories. Yep, I do like a wine myself, both red and white. I do love a wine. Clear spirits, brilliant, that's what we just said. With tonics, so diet or no sugar mixers, really, really good. Prosecco is less calories than wine, Tash. Yes. I always think Pimm's is good, there's lots of fruit in it, but there's lots of sugar in it as well. Right, come on. Pint of lager. Roughly 5% lager. How many calories? I've got a couple of drinks here. I've got all my bits here to go through. So a little bit of fun. Pint of lager. Roughly how many calories? Mark? Tash? I know you like a lager. Mark, I know you like a lager sometimes. A rough calorie count. Come on, girlies. And Mark. Deb, I love Prosecco, but it's supposed to be bad for your teeth. Is it the sugar in it? Cassie at 200, not far off. About 244, 245. Yep, about 240. Thanks, Tash. Cider is better than lager. Cider, pint of cider is 240. About the same, Deb. You all know we love a glass of wine. So, a 175 glass of wine. How many calories? Glass of what? No, it's not at all. Not much in it. Mark doesn't know. Your inhibitions are totally gone when I have alcohol. So white wine, 175 is about 130 calories. Your red wine's only 10 calories less at 120 calories. So lots to think about there. Measure of gin. So the white spirit we were talking about. Yeah? So if it was with a normal tonic that had sugar in it, be about 126 calories. A measure of gin or vodka, which is your clear spirits, with the diet mixer is about 50 to 55. So you can probably have 2.5 gins to your 1 glass of wine. Something to think about there. Nicola P. Who measures the wine before they pour it into a glass? That's if you're in a pub, it's usually measured. Small is a 125, 175 is a medium, 250 is a large. So the white wine, 130 calories, is for a 175, and the red 120. That's a medium glass. But if you're free pouring at home, I do not know. And I had, where was it? Ladies, a bottle of wine. How many calories in a bottle of wine? Anyone want to guess? Calories in a bottle of wine. I thought red wine was more. That's not too bad. No, it isn't, Eleanor. I had the calories for a bottle of wine. Where's my bottle of wine? Yes, I got it. Come on. Yes, brilliant, Cass. I've got that in my notes about having a spritzer Really, really good. Make it last longer. I like a wine and soda in the summer with ice. So long drinks are really, really good. That's why we say your gin, vodka, white rum and a slim mixer. Lots of ice. Lasts for longer. Claire, you were right on. 700 calories for a bottle of white wine. 700 calories. So the average bottle of wine, we're saying 700 calories. Brilliant. Nicola, bottle of wine, too many calories. So thinking if you were to have a bottle of wine, out of your calories, if you macro tracking, that 700 calories is a big, big amount. If you were to have your white spirits, 55 calories with that diet mixer. Big, big, big difference. And obviously depending on how many you have would make the difference as well. Anybody got any questions? Anyone want to know any other calories in their drinks? I've got lots here because I've done this before. So 1 alcohol pop, so like your WKDs, that kind of thing, full of sugar. They're about 200 calories for that bottle, so there's quite a lot in that. Anybody got anything else on alcohol before I do a little roundup? Anybody? No? Right, I'm going to do a little bit of roundup. I don't think Jane P's on. She had a little question about does tonic count as water? And I put a bit of a yes or no. I don't know what Jane thinks about this. I did a little bit of research on it. And I did look on the British Heart Foundation website about it. And it's quite interesting. Where are we? Water, I've lost it. I'm going to come back to her on it. But basically, if it's diet or slimline, it's going to be better and better to have with gin. But you also, again, need to be careful of the labelling. So I'm saying your fizzy water is better. Cocktails. Cassie. I remember this before. We had this with Susan Elson. If you put some cocktails that you want to know the calories in here in the comments, I'm going to put it back out on the pages for your cocktails. I think I had a link before last time they did this. So cocktail calories. So things like your pina colada and the ones with cream and stuff are going to have more calories. But I'll put a little PDF or a link together with the calories of some cocktails. Anyone want to know about specific calories in cocktails? Or I'll just give a little bit of an overhaul. Guinness. Guinness is great with a Tia Maria in it. Love that, Deb. Guinness. A pint of Guinness is 170 calories. Deb, 170 calories. Nutritionally pretty good because it's got the iron in it, so that's really good. Cassie Ponstar Martini. Mojito's good, but there is a lot of sugar. The amount of sugar syrup they have in that, Nick. But I'm going to put all these out with the calories in it for you. Okay? Anybody got any other questions? So I'm going to do a cocktail calorie chart. And I'll probably put up your beers, your wines, some of those as well. Obviously, we're saying that your clear spirits are better with the diet mixer because you're looking at only 55 calories. So that's good. Hello, Topsy. Evening. So, guys, we want to create those habits in all, don't we? We want to stay hydrated. We want to make, when we drink alcohol, better choices. I try and stick to only drinking twice a week. That's one of my habits. I use the habit tracker and I always almost 100% hit my hydration. I've got that habit really, really good. So my things that help me are only drinking twice a week. Obviously, if it's a special occasion or I'm on holiday, that might be more, but I will try and have that balance and try and exercise or be active more, basically. So that's how I do it. And I also do my no refined sugar 4 or 5 days a week. Cass, I have soda with my gin, not keen on tonic, brilliant. I think bitter lemon, if you can get a low-calorie bitter lemon, gin and bitter lemon's quite nice. We'll flavour it with your lemons, limes or your pomegranates. Or you can get elderflower sparkling, but again, be careful of your sugars in that. Deb, I think I'm going to need the drink before the zip wire next week. Yes, that's next Sunday. I think I might come and watch if I'm free. I don't want to do it because it is high. It's going to be horrible. So ladies, tips. Drink a glass of water as soon as you wake up. Definitely a really, really good tip. Take a refillable BPA-free bottle to work. Does anyone know what BPA is? It is bisphenol A. It is a chemical used to make plastics like food containers, bottles, that kind of thing. Tiny amounts of those chemicals can be transferred into the containers, food and drink. They're still doing lots of tests about it to see if it can link or harm people. So we're saying a lot of companies are using BPA-free bottles. The AbFab bottle is BPA-free. So always have your bottle somewhere you can see it, so it's going to trigger you to drink it, or if you prefer glasses of water when it's empty, fill it up more. Add things to your water. We said pomegranates, lemons and limes, cucumbers are a good one, berries as well, they're good. Try and stay hydrated around your training time, so before and after, stay hydrated, rehydrate, drink water during, really, really good. Get a filter jug and keep water chilled in the fridge, that's another tip. Timer on your watch, that might help. Keep your eye on your pee, as we said. That hydration chart can be found on the internet or the NHS. I know we did have them in club. I don't know whether we're going to get them back up in club. I know they were in at Thornwood, so they're really good. Drink more herbal teas if you like your hot drinks. If you prefer tea and coffee, try and have a little switch to a green tea or a herbal tea. Watch out for the fruit teas with the sugar content. Has anybody got anything else? Nicola Payne, I've seen an advertisement for water drops. Are they any good? Are they those little things you can just put into your water? I'd have a look at the contents, the ingredients, see if there's sugar in them or whether it's artificially or sugar-free based, and go from there, because you don't want something that's got a lot of sugar in it. I might have a look up for them as well. That was my list to post on here as well, water drops, to see what the contents of the ingredients are on them. Sam, I've got a Brita water filter tank in my fridge. Yep, brilliant. You just top yourself up. Cassie loves a peppermint tea. Yep, and some of these teas have got really positive, that can really help you, full of good nutrients. So, yeah, peppermint tea. I think your peppermint tea helps heartburn, doesn't it? And some other things. They've got some good properties, I think. Green tea, peppermint tea. So your ginger tea. I know there's that. There's lots of different ones around. Anybody got anything else that they want to add? Any more questions? Great for stomach and digestion. Brilliant, Sam. Thank you. That's really, really good. I know it is good for heartburn and to ease your middle as well. So that's really, really good. Anybody got any other questions? Yeah, great for heartburn. I thought it was. I was right. I wasn't going mad. Anybody got any other questions? Used to drink herbal teas. No idea where I stop. Get some for the workplace, Nick. Another thing, instead of just your water, will help you get those litres of water in. Ladies as well, if you haven't got a water bottle, get one from AbFab. I think they're $7.50. Jane Mark, I'm not sure. Always handy to have. You can take anywhere with you. Anybody got any other questions before we round up? So if you've got anything else, add it on here. Ladies, as I always say when I do a live, are we prepped for the week ahead? So have you done your shopping? Have you planned your meals? Have you booked onto your classes? What are your goals for the coming week? What are your focuses? Hi Jess, good evening. Watch on catch up and do hashtag catch up, and any questions you got, post on here because I can come back to them. So ladies, get that meal prep done, get those classes booked, have a think about what your goals are, what healthy habits are you going to focus on this week, ladies. Cassie, cucumber gives me heartburn. Thought it was mainly water. That should be good for your heartburn, cucumber. Very, very weird. Thanks, Deb. Ladies, anything else before we wrap up? I will see some of you Wednesday at Stalford and Thursday at Thornwoods. Good night and have a good one, ladies. See you later.